Alrighty, welcome to another Power Cube draft. Time Vault and Consult are in. And, so is Mox Jet. So I get to take Mox Jet. Vash takes Mox Diamond. Mine's better. And that leaves Sandy Dog on a Skull Clamp. Sandy probably likes Skull Clamp reasonably well. And that's three. What are the other five cards that are going to get taken? Probably a Bauble, Titania, Mind Collapse, Workshop, Key. All right, so we'll see what comes back, but I'm going to first pick Mox Jet, be pretty happy with that. And second pick, could take Mana Leak, could take Scalding Tarn, could take Chrome Mox, could take Strip Mine. I don't think that Titania is going to wheel. I don't, because kind of tempted to take Strip Mine here. I haven't had a good Strip Mine deck in a while, but I also just don't think that strategy is that good anymore. I don't know. I'm kind of debating between Scalding Tarn, Mana Leak, and maybe Chrome Mox, though I don't think Chrome Mox is quite good. There's also Emperor Bones is pretty good. Strip Mine is okay, at least. I think I should probably just take the Mana Leak here. But, all right. Yeah, I'll take Mana Leak. That seems fine. Oh, I love a currency converter. Love it. There's also Ancient Tomb. There's no blue cards. I mean, it's True Name, but I'm not taking that third. Could have taken Chrome Mox, had Currency Converter, had all the artifacts, but no, I'll just take Converter. It's a solid card. I don't think I'm supposed to take Fire Covenant here. Converter's colorless. I don't really have strong ties to any particular color right now, which I like. And I feel like this could go in a bunch of different directions. I want to draft something cool. That's kind of what I feel like. I don't know. I've not gotten to play with Currency Converter for a bit. I remember when this card first was added to the cube. I really liked it, and I would draft it, and I would get it really, like most drafts, or a lot, not most drafts, but a lot of drafts I would get it, and then, oh, there we go. There's an Opal, but there's a Balance. I'm going to take Balance. This is such a good start for Balance, just two cheap artifacts. Also, Balance Converter, even if you have more cards in hand, you kind of still get value out of them. But as time went on, people started taking this card, and I don't get it for free anymore. I do like Mox Opal. If I'd taken Chrome Mox, I would consider it, but I'd still probably take Balance. I think Balance is one of the best cards for artifacts. Not that I necessarily need to be in artifacts, which I, by the way, I haven't drafted in a while. Been restrained. What am I going to get back here? Oh, maybe get back Zernor, though. Whoever takes Titania might take Zernor, but there's 7 cards that are good. Actually, this pack, I don't think Opal's going to wheel, but it wouldn't be a 0%er because Gut, Lelia, there's some really good cards in that pack. Here, I think I just take Soul Guide. I do love me a Gaia's Cradle in other decks, but I think Soul Guide's really good. I'll just draft the sick Balance deck. Too bad Mox Diamond isn't coming back. Mox Diamond Balance is also nice. Mox Diamond is also nice with Currency Converter. Passing some decent red and white. A late World Spine Worm. Though it's pack 1, like you don't necessarily want to just slam World Spine Worm without having flash. And here, oh, that's a Dark Ritual. I do like Pentad Prism, but I think I'm just going to take Thopter Foundry. This looks like a good place to spec on Thopter Foundry. We could take some Thopters. Passing a Pentad Prism, Late Sin, and Ritual. Those are both good. Savai Triumph, Fairy Mastermind. All those are fine. Plus, maybe Workshop and Mox Opal Wheel. Yeah, that could happen. I don't think that's going to happen. But I do like the start still. Just a grimy little low curve artifact deck. I really don't need to be actual hard on artifacts. I haven't taken anything that would make it that necessary. I'm going to take the Upheaval. Passing, I do like the Tendrils. Trinket Mage would be good in this deck, but this deck is the start towards a good Upheaval deck, so let's just take it. It's fine. It's been so long since I drafted artifacts, I barely remember how it plays. I really want to take Candelabra. I can't. I got to take Shelldock. I think Shelldock can be good in these decks. There's also Raugrin Triumph, but I like Shelldock in these decks. And look, I'll be happy enough if I get Academy. If I take Candelabra and don't get Academy, then there's just no real point. All right. Come on, Jay Reddy. You can pass me at Mitchell's Workshop. That could happen. Nope. Though I will take Displacer Kitten. This could be a good Displacer Kitten deck too. Let's see. So I don't have the other part of the Thopter combo yet. And don't have any big mana cards. Dig Through Time? I don't know how good Dig is here. I mean, it looks like it could be okay. Or I could take a land or a Touch the Spirit Realm. Yeah. Oh, and then here, I think I just take Council's Judgment. I like having access to this. Flash is definitely not been open. Eagles is good with Currency Converter, but Council's Judgment is just good. Oh, dang. I didn't wheel the Xander's Lounge minute, so I didn't wheel, which I think I still take. I just don't like Winds of Abandon in these decks very much. I don't think they're very good. I'd rather just take Xander's Lounge in case that comes up. Oh, I'm a spec on Cradle. And I guess I'll take the Adeline here. Cradle's in case I get Retrofitter or something like that going. Or tokens. All right, so Workshop and, oh yeah, Mox Up. Well, that wasn't really going to wheel though. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we can open. Fortunately, we can open as 2 big reanimate targets and some fetch lands. I think I'm supposed to just take Prismatic Vista here. Because if I don't get a blue-white land, then Misty is not that good. Or not as good, and it looks like I'm just going to be blue-white. All right, I still consider Upheaval and Thopter both kind of specs here. But we'll see where we end up. Oh, there's a Mystic Confluence. I think I'll take that over Forensic Gadgeteer and Jace. I just like Mystic Confluence a lot, so... Passing a Watery Grave and a Deep Cavern Bat. All right. Oh, there's a Retrofitter. This just looks like a good Retrofitter deck. I'm not counting on getting Academy or anything. And I like Reprieve and all, but Retrofitter is just a great card. And maybe Brainstorm comes back, though probably not either. I don't think the fact that Mishra's Workshop got taken necessarily means there's even someone drafting artifacts. It just means someone took Mishra's Workshop, which I think is reasonable. So, Thopter Foundry and Upheaval and Cradle are still kind of specs. I mean, Retrofitter, if I get the sword combo, Cradle can actually be kind of sick because you really pop off. But Retrofitter is almost enough to want to play Cradle, but I would need a little bit more than that. Like Saheeli or Third Path. Just basically token making. White actually has some token making cards that I could end up playing too. Ooh, Sword of the Meek. Passing Ragavan and Inti and Ajani, but oh, this is perfect. Thopter Foundry, you are no longer on the bench. All right, Sword of the Meek here. Now I have Thopter Sword, Mana Leak Balance. Yeah, I mean, as much as I would love Academy, this deck is just like a nice little blue-white artifact, like low curve deck. I maybe don't have to play the Upheaval. I think I will want to play Cradle, because if you get Sword Thopter going, Cradle just, like let's say you have 3 lands plus a Cradle. You go like make 3 tokens, tap the Cradle, make 3 more tokens. Now you have 6, then you go up to 9, 18. It just doubles your tokens every turn. It's pretty disgusting. All right, and here, I don't need Ghost Vacuum because I have Soul Guide. I don't like Jar that much. Don't really want Endstone. It's just very expensive. I could take JVP. I kind of want to just take Manifold Key. Time Vault hasn't been opened, I don't think, because Voltaic didn't wheel, so maybe someone took it, but this is pick 5. I don't know. If I get like a Mana Vault or Grim Monolith, it would be really good. I just like the spec here. I just don't really like Jace in this spot. Boom, boom. Look at that. Now there's a Grim. There is also Teferi Time Raveler, but this just looks like such a good Grim Monolith deck. Grim Manifold Key, it makes this Upheaval playable. Like, all right. I don't pass Teferi often, but when I do, I'll take Oust. Oust is a good removal spell, and I just want to be 2 colors. I could take Oko. Actually, hold on. Let's investigate. I have Prismatic Vista, and I guess I have Gaia's Cradle, but I don't really want to rely on Gaia's Cradle. No, let's just take Oust. Let's just take the 1-drop. Oh, big Teferi, though? I'll take that. I don't need Tezzeret Cruel Captain here, I don't think. And I like big Teffers. And then here, I don't want to just hate Gristlebrand. I don't care about Revoker. Oh, I'll take Gadgeteer. I don't have the Basalt yet, but now I'm really looking for it. And then here, Sage of the Skies versus Persist/Troll. I mean, I guess I'll just take Sage, because look, I would play Sage of the Skies, I think, with all these 1s and 0s. And Troll and Persist are both good in Reanimator, so it's not like taking one of them is that big. I mean, yes, I don't know which one's better for them, but it's also like, I would probably just, if I was going to hate a card, I would just hate Troll, because I think Troll's a stronger card. But given that there's both, and I passed Archon, which is good with Persist, I'm just going to take Sage. You play against a beatdown deck, Sage of the Skies is quite strong. Unfortunately, you can't displace your Kitnet for value. Sage of the Skies, Gaia's Cradle? Wow. Oh, that's a late Time Spiral. Would I run Time Spiral in this deck? If I got an Academy, I definitely would. Do I want Talisman instead? No, let's just take Spiral. Let's just spec. I think Talisman is they're fairly replaceable. There's a lot of them. And there are definitely some ways this deck goes where I would want the spiral. All right, I'll take the boots here. It's that or hate green suns, I guess, but I think boots could make it. Oh, wow. I think from the catacombs is better, but that's crazy. Oh, sure. If I were splashing Oko, this Waterlogged Grove would be even better. All right, I'm feeling Time Vault. I haven't Time Vaulted in a while. I've got a key. It seems like we're kind of due to open Time Vault if you think about it. Especially since we only have one piece of power so far. Like, what is going on? The Draftmancer must be broken. All right. What do we got? Fourth Earlingus, I guess. I don't really want to pass it. It's a pretty busted card. I've got a Prismatic Vista. I guess Currency Converter can kind of get there. It's just the best card in the pack by so much. All right. Kind of a bummer first pick, but here we are. And maybe Coveted Jewel comes back. Not sure. Okay. I mean, it's going to be pretty hard to get me to pass a Remand. I mean, I like Hallowed Fountain and all that, but Remand is great. Probably don't want Waterlogged Grove. It's also Colonnade. So one of these two blue-white lands probably wheels, right? Basalt Monolith is definitely a card I could get in the middle of the pack. Mana Vault's probably getting too late for that. I don't think I'm going to get an Academy. I wouldn't mind a little bit more fixing to make it so I can play this Fourth Earlingus. Reliable. Oh, Xander's Lounge. Nice. It's a blue-red duel. That's not bad. So now if I play one mountain, I'll have 3 sources already, and maybe I can do better than that. Yeah, that is not so bad at all. Okay. Third pick. Still could get some nice gifts here. It is still possible. Yeah, like I said, I don't think Academy is very likely, but I think Basalt Monolith would not be strange at all to get in the middle. Get that 6th pick all the time. And what do we got? Oh, well, I'll just take Counterspell. I don't want Brain Freeze. That's not where we're at. Not so much a Daze deck. Mightstone and Weakstone, maybe a Wheel. Palace Dealer is good, but I think I'd rather just have a Counterspell. And then here, I guess I'll consult the star charts. So this is more like blue-white control artifacts. This Time Spiral is not looking very good. Passing a Glimmer Lens, Tameo, Collector of Tales, Breeding Pool, but I don't really have anything. And then there's a Sneak Attack, which I don't mind going that direction. All right. And then here, Jace Wielder, or Path to Exile, or Meticulous Archive, or Elspeth. Not Jace. I have 2 tapped lands already. Maybe I just take Path. Path is really good. I love having Path in my deck here. Yeah, this Dig Through Time actually looking a little better now that I picked up a bunch more instants. We're at like 17 lands plus a Mox right now. Okay. And then here, I just passed Sneak. Should I pass Emrakul? But then Gristlebrand came the other direction, and so did Persist and From the Catacombs. So I guess, I don't know. There's also Birds and Moloch, Enduring Curiosity. I guess I'll just take Sicarian Infiltrator. Oh, another card that's good with Cradle. And then here, there's a Cogwork and a Voice of Victory. Voice of Victory Cradle? And a Blue-Red Talisman. Oh, Blue-Red Talisman is probably kind of nice, but you know what? Do I want the Talisman? It'll help splash 4th, but I have all these 2-drops. Let's just take Cogwork. Ooh, I do like a Cryogen Relic. The rest of this pack is not anything I can play. I don't know that I'm going to play the Relic. I like the Relic. I don't know that I'll play it. It's good with other people. It's good with Thopter Foundry. Oh, that's kind of nice. Yeah. Wow, I managed to talk myself into a Cryogen Relic. How did that happen? And I need to cut like 1 card or something. I could just cut the stupid Displacer Kitten. Though that's also good with Cryogen Relic. Did you think of that? The problem I have with Kitten is I don't have that much to flicker. Oh, Gadgeteer is also dubious, given that I'm not going to get Basalt Monolith. So, all right. I maybe have a few slots at this point. I do like the idea of Sicarian Infiltrator in Cradle in my deck, my guy's Cradle deck with no creatures. Also, this makes a lot of tokens too. And Cradle's good on either side of this. If you pump a Cradle for 3, that makes Fourth Earlingus better, and then Cradle taps for so much. Like, I could see a play where you're like, Fourth Earlingus X equals 4, then play Cradle, and then have Retrofitter and just go nuts. Do I want Dig Through Time? That I'm not sure of. All right. 3 good red cards, a Lauren, and a Coveted Jewel. I think I would play Coveted Jewel in this deck. It would require Grim Monolith to play, but I don't know. It's pretty good still. Dig Through Time I maybe could get out of here, though I've got what? Oust, Path, Mana Leak, Remand, Counterspell, Consult. Okay. I was hoping, the reason I took Cogwork is I was hoping Hallowed Fountain would be in this pack. I could take two things. I could take Hallowed Fountain and Colonnade, but I'll take this. I don't think I want Jackrabbit, though. There is Jackrabbit, Lava Spur Boots. There's also Karn. Yeah, I guess I'll take the Karn with the thing. Oh, wow. Palace Jailer's still here? I guess I'll take that. Not an Oculus deck, really. Oh, I like Good King Mog, actually. Okay. And then here, oh, good sideboard card. Sure. Okay, so right now, I need to cut a couple cards here. Huh. I guess I don't think I'd play Enduring Curiosity. Moloch is just a much stronger card, so I guess I'll just hate the Moloch. Alright, let's go build. Alright, so this is 43. I don't think I want to play Kitten or Gadgeteer or Time Spiral. Karn. I usually cut Karn. I'm actually thinking of cutting Karn from the cube. It can be good, but I mean, I like that I have Oust, Path, Mana Leak, Remand, Counterspell, Council's Judgment. I wish I had a sweeper, actually. Oh, I have Balance. Never mind. I'm great. There's Coveted Jewel. Looks like it potentially pretty good here still. I could cut Soul Guide. I mean, I'll have to see if my team has too many things. I guess I want to cut an expensive card or two. Maybe I cut Dig and Mog. Because I do think I want Palace Jailer. And maybe Soul Guide would be the last one I'm thinking of cutting. I'm playing 17 lands plus a Mox, which is kind of like 18, but I like Cradle as a bonus land here. And I think with Thopter, Sword, Sicarian Infiltrator, Fourth Year Linkus, and Retrofitters, Cradle actually could be kind of nice. And Coveted Jewel is the last card I'm considering. All right, I would like to play first, indeed, and I hate mulling a hand with a Mox in it, but is what I got to do. Okay, so I'm gonna keep these four. I'm gonna keep the hand, of course, and keep these four, and probably keep Mystic Confluence. The question is, do I keep Cryogen Relic, Palace Jailer? I need to put back one of Mystic Confluence, Cryogen Relic, Palace Jailer. And my only fear with putting back Cryogen Relic, which is of course the least powerful card, is these cost double mana. Yeah, that's fine. I'll deal with it. If I draw any, I just need to draw white or blue mana, and I'll be fine to play either of those. And I think those are just so much more powerful. Okay, didn't get duressed. That's nice. Oh, well. Monolith, no Spell Pierce, nice, no Spell Pierce. Okay. Well, lands or spells, all pretty good. Probably going to draw Gaia's Cradle. Let's see what I draw here. Island would be fine. Oh, Shelldock? All right. Slow Island is still an island. Oh, yeah, I'll put Coveted Jewel. There's that Cradle there, too. Good thing that's not here. All right. Next turn, I'll have Mystic Confluence up, so I hope Bash doesn't play anything this turn that's too obnoxious. I'll get to leave up Confluence. I guess if I draw a white land, then all right, Mox is fine. What you got? Jace Wielder. All right. Unfortunately, the Shelldock Isle cost me big there because Tendrils. Okay, so we're playing against like Storm. All right, let's draw. Oh, no, I can't activate that. I don't have any other white. All right, pass the turn. Well, at least the Shelldock will be on pretty soon at this rate. They got to watch out for that. Okay, they're down to 23 cards. Yeah, if they play something here, I can counter it and draw two. Now they have a Planeswalker in play. They kind of don't need to do that much. Oh, this Inquisition of Kozilek. No? What is this? This looks like a Mind Twist or something. All right. Counter target spell, draw two cards. See if they have a force to go with it. Oh, they have Dark Ritual. Okay. Sure. I guess they're going to pay 3. I'm going to draw 2. And I guess I'll cycle Xander's Lounge. Hopefully it doesn't work out well. It worked out fairly well. All right. I mean, pretty dead still. But if they Jace here, then they might get me. The thing is, they Jace themselves. Doomsday Memory Jar. All right. The thing is, like, it made sense to not Mind Twist me for more than 3 because I only had 2 cards in my hand. So I didn't really think Dark Ritual was the card that was going to get cast. I don't think it's right to double counter with the Mind Twist there, or to make them pay 6 and only draw 1. The Mind Twist didn't even do that much because I discarded Palace Jailer, Island Plains, which, sure, the Jailer would be something, but it's not that big of a deal. This is ultimate of 8. All right, well, I'll be able to attack with Colonnade now, assuming this Coveted Jewel resolves. I have 1 card in hand. Like, now's the time to go for things. The good thing for me, though, is I have a lot of counters in my deck. So if I Coveted Jewel, I have 3 different counters I'm drawing to, and then also I could find balance, maybe get down to very few cards in hand again. But we'll see. No reason to covet quite yet. I want to wait on that one. Hopefully this is like a Collective Brutality or something. Doomsday Jace. Yeah, this deck looks cool. Ritual, Twist, Memory Jar, Doomsday, Jace, Tendrils. My teammate has Demonic Consultation, which is nice. Cabal, Ritual with Threshold. Okay. And what is this? Yawgmoth's Will. Okay, that I don't particularly want to have happen, so let's covet. All right. Draw. No, Yawg Will happens. I feel like this matchup is not great for me. Cast that. Ritual. Like, I don't have that much in my sideboard. It really does much here. So, and I have like Oust, Council's Judgment, all this stuff. Storm count 5. I mean, they could Doomsday. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They don't quite have Lethal Tendrils, but it's like pretty close because all they need is 1 more spell to play. Jar. I mean, I guess they could just Doomsday and crack Jar, but I guess at that point we'll see their deck, so I might as well. Okay, Vash put cards on top and is cracking Jar, and unfortunately I don't know Teferi Time Raveler, so can't kill Jace. All right, what do we got here? Oh, so it's like black-red. Okay. All right, so black-red splash Jace, huh? Doomsday, Imperial Seal, Rain of Filth, Mox Opal, Mana Crypt, Chrome Mox, Mox Sapphire. Didn't see a lot of discard. Mind Twist and Concealing Curtains, I guess. Is Exorcise any good? It kills an artifact or enchantment. I mean, it's probably better than Oust. Oust looks like it doesn't do anything. I guess there's a Concealing Curtains, but that's pretty thin. Soul Guide's going to be decent. The counters are going to be decent. Palace Jailer and Fourth Year Lingus. Balance, I think I might keep just because I can get down to 0 cards in hand some amount of the time. I might want to cut Upheaval. Upheaval, aside from Mana Crypt, Upheaval would be pretty decent. Maybe I cut Palace Jailer or Council's Judgment. I guess Council's Judgment kills Jace. I probably can't cut that. Oh, I can cut Path to Exile. I don't want Time Spiral. I don't think I want Dig. All right, I think I'll run this. I don't like that a lot of my cards aren't very good against them, but I do like that I have some counters. That could be decent. I would like to play first. All right, well, I will keep this. This is a pretty fast Coveted Jewel. Not quite turn 2 unless I draw a Mox, though. Turn 1 Key, turn 2 Grim, and then I'll have 5 mana. And then from then, if I can land Jewel, and I don't get, comboed out really quickly or discarded, then Gemstone Mine on turn 1 is usually a little scary because you don't usually keep that unless you've got a pretty good hand. Because if that's your first land drop, it's going to be tough to win a long game. So you presumably kept a hand that isn't here for a long time. It's here for a good time. Okay. Well, turn one looting. It's not a reanimator deck, so is this the old one land looting, hope to find lands off my looting where I played Gemstone Mine on turn one? I guess we'll see. You know what would be my best draw probably? Mox Jet for the turn 2 Coveted Jewel. That would be nice. So, gotta remember Dark Ritual, Mind Twist. That whole last game, by the way, if I drew Island instead of Shelldock and countered the Jace, very different game. But so it goes. Vesh taking the full amount to discard. Oh, Lion's Eye Diamond too. Jeez. And then playing a Mox? Okay, this is a chaotic hand. Into another Mox? Okay. Into another? What is going on? Is this like a turn 1 Time Twister? Oh, turn 1 Doomsday. Turn 1 Doomsday off triple Mox? Are you kidding? Okay, I guess I'm going to lose. Unless I draw a counterspell right away, and even then. Alright, so let's see what's gone. Jace has to be here. Tutor Concealing Curtains. Turn 1 Doomsday off of Opal Diamond Chrome Mox. That's I have the jet. That's pretty tough. So I'm not going to obviously spend infinite time doing that. I was showing my team the turn 1 Doomsday. So yeah, Yogg-Will and Jace are gone. All right, well, it kind of doesn't matter because if I don't draw a counter here, then I'm just dead. Well, all right. Grim Monolith, go. Yeah. Let's see what you got. I mean, it's possible can't win on this turn. Is this Mind Twist? Okay. Please don't take Jewel. Draw. Okay. Play a land, pass the turn. Concealing Curtains, okay. All right. Balance. Gaia's Cradle. Pass the turn. If I'd hit that Coveted Jewel, it would have been nice. I even drew the Mana Leak, and now they're flipping curtains. Oh, Jace. All right, well, I'll Mana Leak the Jace. That might be good enough. It's possible. Did that top deck work? Because Vesh just didn't use Concealing Curtains? Not that that would have been necessarily the play to make, because maybe you... next turn I could just draw a counter as well. If I draw another counter, that would be sick. All right, let's just pass the turn here. Is LED gone? It is, right? Might be hard to replay Jace with that Yogg-Will. Did we steal one here? Oh, that'd be nice if we did. Let's see what this is. Flip curtains, sure. That's acceptable. Yeah, attack me. Yeah, all right. Draw. Oh, baby. Cryogen Relic. Let's go. Into Sicarian Infiltrator. Sure. Untap Monolith. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I guess I cast this with squad 2. Draw 2 here. I could technically draw a blue source and a counter. Did not. Balance would make me lose all my lands, a creature, and we wouldn't lose cards in hand. So I guess I probably shouldn't cast that. All right. Do you have a way to win? Do you have Thassa's Oracle? Dark Ritual. Yogg-Will? I mean, Yogg-Will doesn't do anything. You still can't cast Jace. I think we might have actually gotten out of this. Their last card is Yogg-Will, and it doesn't do anything. Yogg-Will, replay Gemstone Mine, 1 mana short of casting Jace. Woo. Vash needed to actually not sack the Gemstone Mine to flip the curtains. Actually, that was the mistake. Because then you could tap it, float a blue, replay it with Yogg-Will. But that is not what's happening here. Yeah, you got your Yogg-Will. Jace costing triple blue is Pretty big game here. And Ritual. And Mind Twist for 2 before conceding. Or... Oh, it's not over? Because, yeah, I guess you can Doomsday and put Jace on top. Okay, so I need a way to... So actually it is enough. Wow. No, that's cool. All right, I'm going to crack Cryogen Relic. I need to find another counter here. And Shelldock. That ain't it. Draw. Council's... That does do it. Council's Judgment. Get your Mox Diamond. Oh, that's so good. What a game. What a game. Because it also turns off the Opal. Oh, yeah. That is money. On to game 3. All right. That game was really good. Do I have anything that does anything? Not really, no. I mean, so many of my cards don't do anything. All that matters is my counter spells. I kind of want to just put in Dig because at some point casting Dig and looking for counters is still better than almost anything else I could be doing here. And Council's Judgment was good though, I will say that. You want to cut Retrofitter? Maybe I just cut Retrofitter Cradle. Just put another island in. Actually, against Vash... Well, no. I was thinking, yeah, I should put in Waterlogged Grove. Tendrils does care about life totals, but Waterlogged Grove, I think drawing a card is more likely to be good. I could also put in Time Spiral against some Doom... it doesn't do much against Doomsday unless it's got like exactly 1 card in hand. Or 2 cards in hand. Because then it was like 5+2 they would deck on their turn. But all right. On the draw here... Just want to draw a Mox and some counter spells. Is that too much to ask? We'll see. Soul Guide stops. Yeah, all right. I actually think this hand's okay. Soul Guide makes Yogwill mostly dead. Not entirely, but mostly. You can do stuff like cast Yogwill, I Soul Guide your graveyard in response. After the Soul Guide resolves, but before Yogwill resolves, fire off a ritual or something. But that's not even like incredible. And Exercise on turn 2 can kill a Mox maybe, and then return 1 looting again, huh? And then Balance is not very good, but I still think Balance sometimes could just randomly be Mind Twist. And like I said, my sideboard is full of cards that are just not that good. I mean, I guess I could have tried to play like Adeline, Karn, just good King Mog and attack, but that doesn't seem super relevant either. Discards Cabal Ritual Brain Freeze, huh? All right. Soul Guide the looting, because that has flashback, and I can eat the other ones if I need to. Soul Guide's just, I think, really good in the matchup. Kind of hope that Vash plays like a random Mox or something this turn for me to kill, but oh, that's even better. Well, I will Nug the Wish Claw, no doubt. Disruption. And then next turn, probably just play a Sakarian Infiltrator for 1 and hope to find a counterspell. Ancient Tomb, Mox, okay. Casting a Jar or something here. All right. I want my Exercise back. Let's draw. Just pass the turn. It's fine. Gemstone Mine's almost done. So you could crack Jar. My hand kind of sucks, so... Okay. Usually I would not play... Oh, look at that. Chrome Mox crack Jar. So you can imprint something. Question is, do you want to crack LED as well? Yeah, Bash has a really good Storm deck here. The good news is I have no counters in my hand, so drawing another counter would be nice. If I could have countered or killed that Jar, this would be a pretty easy game, I feel like. But I had to kill the Wish Claw, I think. All right. Well, there's a lot of mana over there. This Mana Leak and Remand might not be doing the thing. Doesn't imprint on Mox? Okay. Huh. That's surprising, I guess. What's going on over there? Remand is good against Jace, I will say that. What is this that costs 8 mana? Underworld Breach? I think I just Soul Guide here. Wow, LED Breach Brain Freeze too? It's pretty crazy. Alright. Underworld Breach resolves. Tainted Pact. Okay. Lots of blue mana. Looking for a Jace, I guess? But didn't imprint on Mox. So that kind of means Vash's hand has a lot of lands in it, is my guess. I mean, could be wrong. I don't know. What just happened? Puts Frantic Search in hand. Okay. Oh, found Frantic Search. That literally hit on the first Tainted Pact. That's funny. Frantic Search to go with Breach. Yeah. Okay, well, one counter be enough. Probably not if Vash does this correctly, but certainly no. And if the cards show up right. But I feel like, given the circumstances, Vash should definitely have a good shot at winning this. Tainted Pact, huh? An Imperial Seal. Okay. So Tendrils is probably the card I'm most concerned with. 6 mana. So it casts Tainted Pact or Frantic Search. Let's see. Remember, the Chromox doesn't tap for mana. Storm count 8. All right. I think I just let this happen because this looks like a Tendrils for 20 and then I can maybe counter one of the copies. Because if it's Tendrils on top, then it's like you cast one more Frantic Search and then Tendrils. And if it's one more spell, then I'm dead. Yeah, this is pretty impressive. So this is turn 4 after I played Soul Guide and Exercise, and I have one counter on this turn. All right, I just hope that Vash does not have another thing. I needed 2 counters this turn, I guess. Yeah, I needed to have drawn a Mox and had 2 counters up, and I think I might be okay then. So any spell into Tendrils, and I lose. Yeah, Dark Ritual does it. Storm count 10. Yeah, pretty impressive. And this will be the Tendrils. So this is Talisman. And Tendrils is the last card. Are we casting a Frantic Search first? Nope, Tendrils is the last card. Storm count 12. All right, good beats. All right, yeah, that was a tough Storm deck. My deck was not that well equipped to face it. Playing against blue-green with Tinker here, and all right. You know what? I think balance is good enough, even if I waste a little time on the way. I know that the Cradle doesn't quite get there right away, but I have Currency Converter. I can play Path. Any land gets me converting, at which points Cradle and Balance and all that stuff become live. Yeah, I don't mind it. Obviously, there's ways this goes wrong. Maybe I get turned on Inquisition. Well, I'm not playing against black, so that'll be a little harder, but we'll see there. Maybe I'll just draw a Mox on turn 2. Boom. That's a Gleemox. All right. But no play. Interesting. Gleemox is a pretty nice one. Draw. Island. As if there was ever a doubt. Pass using... Going to use Converter here. Turn 1 Brainstorm with Fetch in play. That is nice. That's a nice start. And I'm going to convert and then probably try to set up playing Thopter Foundry and then casting Balance, like after all of that. All right, let's see what they got. 3 mana on turn 2, plus like a nice mana setup. They've got Headquarters and Gleemox, so pretty much set on colors, and then did some card filtering. Oh, okay. Draw. So do I discard the Cradle or not? Could also discard Path, but I don't. I think I'll just discard Cradle is fine. And kind of wish I didn't discard Cradle now. Play Retrofitter. Go past the turn. And I'll just use Currency Converter again. Felia, okay. Felia does not bother me. That's just something I can balance away. Because what I'm hoping is that my opponent plays like a random creature here, and I get to set up, kept it on top, and I get to set up balance, but I hope it's not a creature with a good ETBs. Undermount Adventurer would be pretty bad. Oh, Trinket Mage. Okay, what's your second best artifact? Gleemock's already pretty good. It's a Haywire Might. That's pretty annoying, actually. I think I just passed the Felia here. Because giving them another land when I'm going to balance is not a big deal anyways. I hope they play Haywire Might. That would be a nice thing to balance away. Okay, just going to wait on that, which just makes sense. I'm going to use Converter here. And hope to draw a Mox Jet. That'd be sick. Thopter Foundry. Balance down to 1 card in hand. Pretty good. Kill Trinket Mage and you discard 4 cards. And then I'll have Mystic Confluence up. And sure, maybe my opponent discards down to just Haywire Might to kill my Retrofitter. But I still have a Thopter Foundry and a Currency Converter. I've got a lot of junky artifacts. It turns out the Cradle would have been kind of nice. I would have had to sack a treasure this turn, but then I'd have a Cradle to go with these things. They discarded Cauldron, Get Lost, Dismember, and Haywire Might. All right. See what your last card is. I guess we'll find out. Because my last card is Mystic Confluence, which is a pretty good one. This is like a Pest Infestation. Oh, Mightstone, Weakstone. Yeah. All right. That's acceptable. And no plays, not even a land. Okay. Island. Pass the turn. I'm just going to play it because I'm planning on casting Mystic Confluence this turn. Though the Mightstone and Weakstone can pay for the Confluence, which is kind of annoying. Though, I guess I'm just going to Ugin. Oh, Endstone. No. Counter that, draw 2 cards. No, thank you. Please don't have Force of Will. They did not. All right, 2 more lands. Draw. I'm not going to discard the Mox anyway, so let's see. I think I'll convert here. All right, Counterspell's pretty nice. Let's just pass the turn. I've got Retrofitter going. Also, Retrofitter Thopter Foundry is pretty nice. So one of the reasons I say that is you sack an artifact, make a 1/1 Thopter, and then you just tap and sack that Thopter to make a 4/4. So they do work together kind of nicely there. And right now, I'd probably just make a 1/1 end of turn, a servo. I guess there's a world where I go like pay 1, sack the Mox, and just turn it into a 4/4. Strip Mine, sure. Astrologian's Planisphere, sure. It's not particularly threatening. What is this? An artifact? Would appear so. Relic. I will counterspell the Relic. Because the Relic, with this much mana out, the Relic is a really good draw engine. Okay. End of turn. Ooh, what's our last card? Ever-flowing Chalice for 1. All right. Make a token. And here's where Cradle would have really started to pay off, but I tapped my other land for many times, so. Oh, upheaval, huh? It doesn't look like a very good upheaval spot, so let's just play my land. Pass the turn. I think even with currency converter out, I think with upheaval in hand, I'll just play a land. And I want to dump most of my mana into Retrofit or Thopter Foundry. Okay. Block. Sack a servo, make a Thopter. I mean, maybe I should have just made a 4/4 to block with. I don't know. Untap this. And sack this, make a 4/4. Tap this, make a treasure. All right. I'll sack the Mox. I'm just giving up on upheaval at this point because I'm just going to make another 4/4. Smash for 8 here. Oh, Colonnade, nice. That'll help for next turn. They go to 10. I don't have lethal quite. Well, no, actually with Colonnade, Colonnade I don't because I have Strip Mine. So let's not count on Colonnade doing anything. Servo. All right. All right, not bad, not bad. Well, I definitely want Exorcise. Don't want Balance and Oust and Path. I guess because they have Tinker Blightsteel, I should just probably keep both. Oh, I'm very good against Tinker Blightsteel, actually. That is not a big issue for me. What on a cut? Actually, my whole deck kind of looks good here. I guess on the draw, I could maybe cut a land if I wanted to. You know what? Maybe I cut Upheaval against a deck with Chalice, Mox. I don't know. Doesn't seem as good. All right. I think I'm down to... Well, I think this is another spot where I don't mind a Waterlogged Grove because I feel like I'm not under much life total pressure here. All right. On the draw here, yeah, sure. I'll keep Removal Spells are us. There's a chance this Oust doesn't want to be in the deck. I don't know. And I guess I still lead on Island. Look, the way to look at Gaia's Cradle is less a land and more way to make it so Retrofitter or Thopter Sword or Fourth Year Lingus really, you can really leverage them. The fourth part is not really that much of a combo because if you resolve the fourth, you don't really care too much. But I see this as a somewhat situational card that sometimes can really pay dividends. All right, Talisman. If I don't draw a blue, I'm probably just firing off Exorcise. Blowing up a land here seems pretty good, and I have nothing else to cast this turn. I mean, casting Sword is whatever. Brainstorm, sure. And then next turn, maybe Council's Judgment, or hopefully draw a blue and play Counterspell. And if I draw Thopter Sword, this Cradle could actually be the difference in winning and losing. I'm not just playing this for memes, or and I like to think I'm not just a moron. Basically, there are some games where this helps you go really far over the top, and I like having that option. It's also potentially good with like Upheaval, Coveted Jewel, like the big mana plays. That said, yeah, I mean, mostly it's not looked all that good, but I think that there are some spots where it can be okay. Okay, they have multiple fetches over here, so let's see if they have their Marsh Flats or Wooded Foothills. This turn. Strip Mine. Nice. They lost the 50-50. Who is this, Tinker? Yes, I'm like really happy. Please get Colossus. Don't get Endstone. Okay, nice. I see why they stripped the planes, by the way. Oh, nice. Mox. Oust. I will never say a disparaging word against you again, because now they're drawing a Colossus in 2 turns. Couldn't have beaten an endstone in a million years. Not that I'm saying it was right or wrong. I think getting Colossus there is very reasonable, but it did not work out well. And their top card now is Blightsteel. Plains was not a great draw there, but I guess at least it cast Council's Judgment, so Island would be a little bit better. Felia, sure. Blightsteel in hand. You can Felia, you can flicker my Mox or something. All right. I take 2. Doesn't do anything else. Let's draw Thopter Foundry. Mana Leak. I'll play the Cradle. I'm just going to pass. I don't really think I need to do anything about Felia. It's literally just a 2/2. And if I cast Council's Judgment, I wouldn't have Mana Leak up. Just like a Jace or something. Urza. No, I'm good on that. Now they have Blightsteel and one other in hand. Now it's a little bit closer because, I mean, we'll see what I draw. Because I could end up wanting to, I don't want them to play like a card they can flicker. The Mana Leak meant I knew I could stop that. Okay, sure. Let's just kill Felia. All right. I mean, Thopter Foundry waiting room over here. Haywire Might. I actually think I will counterspell that. Feels like one of the easiest ways for me to win the game here is just drawing Thopter Foundry. I'd win on the spot, so assuming he doesn't get countered or whatever. Okay, Shelly. Let's put Infiltrator under it. You can cast Infiltrator. You can pay the squad cost, so I think that will be pretty nice if I get to it. And they're at 24 cards. All right, getting up to be able to cast Endstone maybe, if that's a thing. They could have also had Endstone in hand. Oh, Currency Converter. Okay. Well, the good thing about that is that's going to get us closer to Shelldock pretty fast here. That will too. All right. Draw. Discard. I mean, obviously I drew a card I wouldn't have minded playing, but, you know. Gotta do what you gotta do. Let's draw. That's really funny. All right, I'll discard Grim Monolith. And I don't have red mana. I don't have treasures off the thing yet, but I should be okay. I mean, I could have kept Grim Monolith because it helps with Sicarian Infiltrator, but I think 4th is going to be a better way to spend that mana. Oh, wow. I'm going to get to Infiltrator this turn. Okay, that's pretty cool. I think I do it. Cast Squad. I mean, I could have done it for more. I guess Coveted Jewel would have ended up working out better, but I didn't think, wasn't sure what the situation was going to be like at the time. Oh, Mystic Confluence is a nice draw. Mountain's a nice draw. Wow. Mountain. Let's go 4th Eorlingus. X equals 3. Okay, and now I have Mystic Confluence up thanks to my goat, Gaia's Cradle. We're 1-1. All right, time for round 3. Playing against Wude, who's got a pretty nice blue-red Lutri deck here. Splashing Otharian Seasoned Engineer, so I was like Mana Drain and a bunch of burn spells. Oh, all right, I don't mind this. The upheaval looks a little suspect, but I like the rest. I mean, Converter sets up a nice 4th Eorlingus. I also think Converter is just going to be pretty good here. Since I didn't really see much in the way of artifact removal, of course they could have something. And they didn't have Eternal Ragavan, which is nice. They have some nice cantrips, Ponder, Consider. Just looks like a solid blue-red kind of tempo deck, Laelia, that sort of thing. Okay, we go at 1-3 in round 1 and 3-1 in round 2, so we're on even footing. Let's play Island. I'm probably going to discard Upheaval here to this Converter, since I don't currently have much hope of using it. All right. Don't mind this as a start for them. Let's draw a card. Discard Upheaval. feel like my currency converter is about to get blown up here. I don't like it. Am I wrong? I kind of hope so. Or they're just, who knows? you can't get like too much of a read off of that. All right, you know, if they tapped out to do something to the currency converter there, I was just gonna cast Fourth Year Lingus for 1, but it looks like we can do a little better here. Got mana leak up. Can make an idiot next turn, or this turn rather. Ponder. Okay. If they don't do anything, I'll probably just cast Consult the Star Charts and make a 2/2. I think that's probably what I want to do. They didn't seem to have that many counters or anything, so. What is this? Nothing? I'm happy to spend my mana one way or another. I could have Manamorphose. Manamorphose into Mana Drain is pretty funny off Vantage Island. I mean, I think fourth being backed up by Path is going to be pretty good. I have a couple of card draw spells, so yeah, like I said, I don't mind just firing off the Consult, especially since I kind of do want to hit a land here. Ragavan, okay. Okay. Let's Consult. Yeah, I'll just take a land. Make a 2/2. Crack this for Mountain. Now I wish I'd kept Teferi, but you know how it goes. Fourth Year Lingus for 2 here. Consider. That's a lot of cantrips. Ponder, Pre, didn't consider. All right. And I think I send for 4 and leave back the Rogue token. Maybe I shouldn't have even used Currency Converter last turn. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to send for 2. I feel like making sure I don't get hit by Ragavan next turn is pretty good. And this, if they block, I still trample over for 1. I don't know. I don't really care about dealing an extra couple damage here. And this feels like it's a lot safer. Rip my Teferi. Took a land over. The thing is, hitting the extra land was obviously super important. VV? Okay. They have a 0 drop? Taxian Probe or a Bauble or something? That would be annoying. Yeah, I should have left the Rogue under the Converter. Oh, I guess it wouldn't have mattered that much because of Pyrokinesis. No, it would have mattered because I would have just blocked first. So yeah. All right. I got owned of my... I saw it coming and it's still... Okay, so now... And they get a token too? They hit an island. All right. I mean, I can take the Monarch back. You know, actually this could be okay still. Land. Path. I don't like giving them a land, but VV already adds mana, so that's not that big of a deal. And then I'll send with this, take back the Monarch. And we got Galvanic Discharge. All right, I'll mana leak that. I know I'm going to get hit back by Ragavan here, but that's okay. And I think I'm going to use Currency Converter instead of playing Cryogen Relic because I'd want to put a card under the Converter, probably the Cryogen Relic, so I can make a blocker next turn. It actually didn't matter. The Converter didn't matter quite as much, maybe. I don't know. Oh, Chandra first, huh? Okay. Interesting. Because they could have Galvanic Discharged my 1 blocker, then Pyrokinesis my other 2. But maybe they needed the tokens. I don't know. Okay. Lelia it is. they're leaving back Ragavan? Oh, they're slamming. All right. New milled seasoned engineer. They get the Monarch. They get a Sword of the Meek. Oh man, exiling my Sword of the Meek. That's rude. All right. Let's draw a card and then discard a card. I want to make a creature, so I want a 2/2 here. I think I'm discarding Coveted Jewel. I don't really think that's very likely to be good at this point in time. Oh man, these cards are looking awful. All right, send. Take back the Monarch. And land, and I think I will play the Manifold Key. They have Mana Drain, but given they have all hasters, I think I'm just going to have to hope they don't Mana Drain me here. What I kind of want to see is them tap out for like an Othari first, counter, bounce, but I don't think that's super likely to happen. Let's see, I'm going to exile the top card. It's Othari. Okay. Oh, that's really funny. So I'm going to go... Actually, I'm not going to bounce the Ragavan. I'm going to go counter, bounce, and draw. Because I can block Ragavan with Currency Converter. Yes, I did want to see Othari. And I hope they don't have a counter spell. Nope, they do not. All right. I drew another land? Chill out with these lands. Though, whoa, Cradle, I might have 2 creatures in play soon. They've already used Chandra. They can send with Ragavan if they want. All right. Well, if they have another instant speed burn spell, then I guess so be it. It'd be nice to not have to attack them to take the Monarch this turn, because I want to knock a couple loyalty off Chandra if I can. Manifold Key Converter also can go kind of nicely together. You know, you discard, you untap, you make a thing. Okay, they'll force... You can force the Ragavan trade if you want. It's on the table. Make a 2/2. Do they have the Bolt? Oh, they have the Bolt. They have the Brazen Borrower, maybe? Oh, Manamorphose? Okay. I mean, they're not doing this if they don't have an answer. Oh, they're just hoping? That's ambitious. Okay. Draw. Oh, Retrofitter? Cradle? It's going to happen? It actually could matter this game, too? Okay, play Cradle. Play Retrofitter. Let's attack Chandra here. And make a token. Untap, make a token. So I'm trying to think if I need to use like Cryogen Relic. Because right now I can go Retrofitter, make a token, untap. With Manifold Key, make another token, tap this for 3, convert, or tap it for 2. Yeah, all right. I'll be able to do some stuff. And plus, I could draw a counter here. That would kind of lock things up. Wow, I've actually kind of drawn all lands, but I think I'm still doing fine. So hopefully that's not too bad. All right, they have 5 cards in hand. Their Dungeoneer's gone, their Othari's gone, their Lelia is in hand, but I can block it. They have a Chandra. It's not currently doing that much. I could also use Currency Converter. Let's see if I use Retrofitter, tap for 2. I've got some options. Let's just see what they do. Add red with Chandra. Okay. That's a statement. All right. Into Lelia, sure. Yeah, they can send with Lelia. I can't stop them. Can I make a 4/4 with this Retrofitter? Let's see. Make a servo. Untap with key, sack the servo, tap 3. Yeah, I could make a 4/4. Maybe I just do that. Just spend my whole turn making a 4/4. They've already used Pyrokinesis and Galvanic Discharge. Okay. Seems pretty reasonable. All right, let's see what they hit off Lelia. Kind of assume they're going to attack, but make a token, tap this for 2, untap with key, sack the token. Yeah. Oh, what is this? Oh, this is post-combat. They put Lutri into hand. And then they're casting third path. Okay. In that case, let's see. I think it all starts with making a 2/2 or making a 1/1. So I could make this into a 4/4, or I can make another 1/1. I guess making into a 4/4 sounds better. So it's Manifold Key, untap Retrofitter. Make thing. Tap. Make a 4/4. All right. Take my turn. Oh, counterspell is really nice. Okay. I don't know what the Cradle X'd out there. That's weird. Play a land. So I could attack Chandra with both, and then they would have to trade one of those two and lose Chandra or double block. All right. I think this looks good to me. So with Lutri, oh, they're just going to lose their Chandra. Okay. And then I think I just passed the turn here. I don't know a way to kill their third path. So with Lutri, they might go like spell Lutri it. If they play spell and then pass with Lutri man up, I can't really counterspell it because they could just play Lutri and do it. But I mean, things are going to get out of control pretty quickly with this Cradle if they don't watch out. Flame Slash my 4/4. And then they're going to Lutri it. Nice. Okay. What? Lutri Resolve. Target the Flame Slash. And then I'm going to counterspell Flame Slash. And hope they don't have a counter to counter back. The reason you want to let Lutri resolve is if I counter Flame Slash in response to Lutri, they could then let Lutri... Oh, no, I guess there's no real way to let Lutri resolve and play another spell. So, whatever. Same thing then. And they get a 1/1 token. But, like I said, I'm about to go pretty nuts. This Cradle is going to ramp up pretty quickly because now I think I go like Retrofitter, make a 1/1. Well, I guess we'll see. They're attacking with Lelia. Exile Island. So I could go, let's see, Retrofitter, make a 1/1. Tap for 3. Yeah, all right. So let's go untap Construct. And then block the Lelia with my 4/4. Okay. I would say Guy's Cradle did pretty good there. That was a wild game. I thought I was going to win, then I thought I was going to lose bad. But things kind of turned around. It kind of seems like a good King Mog sort of matchup. I don't know, just getting a 4/4 flying lifelink plus 2/1/2 lifelink's pretty good. I don't want Waterlogged Grove here. I do want Sage of the Skies as well. I'm going to take out Soul Guide. It didn't look that good. And I guess I could probably take out my boy, Cryogen Relic. That's okay. Though, actually, Coveted Jewel looks awful here. Is there any chance I'd want, like... I don't want Exorcise, Boots. Maybe I just Karn. Maybe I just want more solid creatures. And then maybe I could take Upheaval out too. And then, yeah, this looks probably better. Lower curve. Just playing more to the board here. All right. What do we got? Pretty nice hand. I kind of don't want to play the Sword of the Meek. I'd rather discard it to the currency converter because that's a way to get a little value. So let's go Mox Jet. Okay. I'd rather them pierce that than the currency converter. So the reason I played it first is because that way I can play land converter instead of playing Xander's Lounge. Yeah, turn on Spell Pierce is pretty good. But they're not on the board. So let's play the Sicarian Infiltrator. Where's my Cradle? I could discard a land to the converter. Oh, I don't need to just draw now because I'm not drawing 2 cards on their turn. So I just need to make sure not to convert into the Fairy Mastermind. It is unfortunate they had a creature because I was kind of hoping they wouldn't have a 2-drop because it would be nice to have them have a slow start. But I really want to get this Good King Mog out. The thing is, Well, we'll see what I draw off the converter. And what they do this turn. They have like a Ragavan? They do. Okay. Alright. Yep. Don't hit Thopter Foundry, please. Hit Counterspell. It's a good card, but nothing they can use. Alright, draw a card and then discard a card. I guess against Ragavan, I'm pretty sure I just want to discard this Sword of the Meek. I'll try to find a white source here at some point. I think I just play Island because I want to cast Sakarian Infiltrator here. What I'm hoping is they attack. I mean, it'd be awesome if this happened. I don't know how likely it is. They dash Ragavan. I make a 2/2 with the converter. Then they bolt the 2/2 and I play Sakarian Infiltrator. Okay. It does appear we might be heading that direction. I'm using this one first because this is the one they know about. If they have the mana drain, they have the mana drain. Plains would be nice at some point as well. Sage of the Skies isn't looking amazing in this particular spot. Okay. Well, this turn did work out pretty nicely for me, I feel like. They have 2 cards in their hand. All right, Plains. I actually don't play the Plains, though, is the funny thing. Because I think I just play Xander's Lounge. And set up. Maybe they clearly don't have mana drain, so I probably just play Good King Mog next turn. And I'm going to use Currency Converter, though I don't even know what I'm discarding. Maybe it's Sage of the Skies. Oh, they put Lutri into hand. Okay. So cards they could have in their hand, they probably don't have a mountain in their hand if they played their 4th island here. They could easily have Seasoned Dungeoneer or Othari, other white cards. I think I discard Manifold Key over Sage of the Skies here. They could have mana drain. They would have had to have drawn it right now, which makes it a little less likely. I'm going to play Young Moggles here. If they have mana drain, they'll mana drain this. That's not particularly difficult. And so white cards, maybe more islands, but it's actually not that likely they have too many more lands in hand, because if they had a red land, they would have played it, or a white land. So I kind of think they have, well, I know they have a Lutri. So the 2 cards that aren't Lutri, I'm kind of betting that at least one is a white card, and I'm not sure what the second one would be. I mean, we don't really know, but it's just like, you would play a creature if you could, instead of putting Lutri in the hand. It could be like a removal spell, like a sorcery speed one especially, like a Flame Slash. Wouldn't be surprised if I got Flame Slashed here. I think I'd be okay if I did, but that is a possibility. They could have a cantrip, like a Consider in hand, and they decided that waiting to go Lutri Companion, then Lutri and copy it is good, but that's a lot of mana to draw 1 card, so I don't think that's it either. Like, if they had Consider in hand last turn, they probably would have just fired it off to try to find a play, because, I mean, seems like that would be better. Well, there's Mountain, so they could also have Chandra in hand. They could have, like, a double red card. I do think I'm getting Flame Slashed here. That does seem like one of the cards that's pretty likely to be around. Oh, is this Manamorphose? Wow, they're going to Lutri the Manamorphose. That's cool. That's a cool play. So I'm kind of hoping they don't have a white card. Though I guess, actually, Othari, it's not a very good play right here. Because Othari just gets blocked by Good King Mog. So they do, because they are going up to 5 mana and 3 cards in hand. So they're going to make red-blue and then blue-white, or red-white probably. Oh, red-red. So they're not making any white mana. That's interesting. It's not yet. Okay, all blue and red mana into Preordain. Into Chandra, kill Good King Mog, and then on my turn I could kill Chandra with 4th Earlingus. Oh, I could kill Chandra without it. I have a Currency Converter token too. Copying Manamorphose is pretty sick. Makes Lutri into like a 1 mana cantrip. Into Seasoned Pyro, discard these 2 cards. Okay. Yeah. Discard Island and Memory Lapse and have 2 new cards. All right. This looks pretty good for me. I don't know. Good King Mog has Secret Flying. I didn't know it had Flying the first time I played it. Or the second time. Oh, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, create a copy of target non-saga token you control. That's actually pretty sick. Can't I just go Karn Path and make 2 Karns? Make 2 Karn tokens? And this also lets me make a Rogue token. I like that. All right. Make a 2/2. I guess I could attack with the rogue. Maybe I should attack with one of the rogues. I mean, trading for a Seasoned Pyro is not that exciting, though. They go to 14, and then I path the Fairy Mastermind, because if I do it right now, I get to make another construct, which is a lot. They can go get a Plains, I guess. I mean, there's a chance Woody doesn't have a Plains in the deck. Yeah, because they have some duels. I mean, this looks like a pretty overwhelming set of forces here. And then next turn I can cast Fourth Earlingus for 4, make another construct token. I'll make another construct off Karn too. The 2 cards I sided in working nicely together. Well, I just thought I would take out 6 drops for 4s and 5s. And I thought that would be good. And this looks pretty good to me. So we'll see what Uday does here. You got moves? I think one of the things that helped me in both of these games is that they didn't start with too fast of a draw, and Currency Converter was nice at getting some value. Oh man, have I not made a 1/1? Oh no, I've made a 1/2, a 2/2, and then the Construct was a 2/2 to start with. If I ever make a 1/1, the sword will come back. Okay, no plays. This pops. I'm going to cast Fourth Earlingus for 2 because I want to make another construct here. And if I get countered that way, I can still cast Consult and make another construct. Look at all those constructs. Whew, we tied the draft. Sandy 3-0'd. Props to Sandy. The dog strikes again. So I went 3-0, 2-1, and then Jodok got 1. And our other teammate, unfortunately, had a bad run. But that was a tie. And you know what? There are worse fates than tying a draft. I will say the Coveted Jewel Upheaval Grim Monolith part didn't really happen, though. I came close to I had a turn 3 Coveted Jewel with Manifold Key in play, and that would have been sick, but Vash then just did the Doomsday thing or whatever. I mean, balance is very good. Having 3 counters is nice. Consult's good. This just played like a nice mid-range deck. I think the Coveted Jewel and Upheaval were not great, but Manifold Key, Untapping Retrofit, and Converter really just isn't that bad. I never got Thopter Sword going, unfortunately. That would have been nice. And I had Palatine, Fourth Earlingus, and Mystic Confluence. Yeah, I had some stuff. Oust and Path. Good King Mog out of the sideboard. Though, honestly, I bet it's a better configuration to just cut the stupid Jewel, play Good King Mog, and then, I don't know, play Sage of the Skies and just be like a mid-range deck. I think playing Grim Manifold Key is still like legit, but yeah. Solid deck, and I got to put Guy's Cradle in it. What more can you ask for? So, that'll do it for this one. I'll be back tomorrow with some more drafts. I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.